Alright, so I'm making a few custom parts today in the shop. So as you can see, I got this little felling dog drawn out. I've spent the last hour or so maybe coming up with a couple different designs of felling dogs. You can see I had a few different ideas. Started with this one. Went with this one. I didn't really like that it had only 3 spikes, and I ended up with this one with the 4 spikes, which I did like the initial design. Normally with the first shot doing something, it usually doesn't come out good for me, but I really did like this first design. But you can see that this area right here is very thick, which I did end up cutting that down. You can see that little 1/4-inch gap, so that initial area was a little bit thick, so making that a little bit thinner allowed me to get some longer spikes. But what I see a lot of here in Iowa is oak trees, and those oak trees and those oak those oak trees can have some really thick bark, up to like 2-3 inches thick, and it's really hard for the saws to grab, especially with these small OEM felling dogs on here. So this is a Stihl 025. This is one of my go-to saws. I've made a few YouTube shorts on this saw because I just like it so much. It's got a $30 Amazon motor in it. And I've been running that for like 2 years now, and that motor is still going. I run the carburetor rich to avoid it seizing up. I also put a lot of oil in the fuel tank to avoid it seizing up. So both of those factors will help it to not seize up. What I actually did today is just kind of a muffler mod, I guess you would call it. I took off the little plate that used to be on here. You can see right there. Hopefully, yep, that plate. I took that plate off because it restricts the exhaust. And that gave us a lot more airflow. So now, what I've been working on is these felling dogs. I know that there is a few companies that sell upgraded felling dogs, like West Coast Saw. I've seen some other ones. I know that West Coast Saw is pretty popular with their felling dogs. But if you know anything about me, is I like making stuff on my own. So that's what we're doing. Now this is just like I think it's a 25cc saw. But I constantly keep this chain sharp. I have the rakers pretty much drawn all the way down. You can see I have those cut down pretty far. And with this $30 motor, I mean, this thing cuts through hardwoods like nothing. I mean, it bogs because it's only 25ccs, but it's really good. And I don't even have it tuned, which I don't want to have it perfectly tuned because, like I said, I want to run it really rich on fuel, which that does bring those RPMs down a little bit and make it a little bit more boggier. But I'd rather have that and have the saw last a lot longer than have it perfectly tuned and avoid and potentially burn the motor up. So yeah, it's just a 16-inch bar, so I don't have to worry about any oiling issues. I've already gone ahead and done a little modification to these bars. I also made a YouTube short showing you guys these. Let's get this set down. You can see that I opened that hole up quite a bit, and I drew it at an angle with a simple drill bit. and that allows for a lot more oil flow to enter this bar. This side as well, but it's covered because I had the bar on the saw like that. If I had the bar on the saw like that, then it'd be this hole would be plugged up. But I mean, that's just because there's no oil flowing through it. But yeah, I've already done that modification. You can see the oil flows through there. But yeah, it's just got I think it's a 325 63 gauge, I believe. And I think it's, I can't remember exactly how many links this chain is, but it's just an OEM 025 steel chain for a 16-inch bar. And I just use a round file. I don't square file or anything, just a simple round file. And this thing cuts fantastic. But anyhow, yeah, I've got this felling dog drawn out. Now, I am making that for this saw. We've also got a MS250, which is pretty much just that saw, but the newer version of it. And you can see it has the same exact felling dogs that saw had. And now that I'm making hopefully a few of these, I might end up throwing one onto here. I might even, I know that you can just run it on the simple mounting holes, but I might even end up making one, let's see here, for the cover. That way we have a felling dog right here and a felling dog right here to really just keep that bar straight. I have that set up on this MS291. I have just the regular felling dog right there, and then I have a side cover in there, and that has a felling dog on it as well. But these are just OEM steel, but I just have one on the saw and one on the cover to keep that bar nice and center, and it cuts a lot better. Anyhow, yeah, I just figured I would pop onto here, show you guys some work that I'm getting done in the shop. If you want to make some on your own, go ahead and get yourself a cardboard box. This is a really thick cardboard box because it's from a Predator engine. Now, the felling dogs that I'm making are the same thickness as these. So hopefully it should all work out. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch y'all later.